What's up guys? When I was little, a genre of movies that were booming on our television channels was martial arts movies. There were always Jackie Chan movies, Jet Li movies, and sometimes even Bruce Lee ones, but I haven't watched any martial arts movies ever since. Well, that changed yesterday. By the by, I'm the movie guy, and this is my review for Enter the Fat Dragon. Falun Zhu is a police officer. His wife calls him, he has to get some money from the bank, and then they have to take their wedding photos. If they don't do it, they won't get married. At the bank, an armed robbery happens. Falun Zhu handles the situation after a great long action scene. He misses the photo shoot and his girlfriend breaks up with him. And because of the damages that he has made to the city apprehending the bank robbers, he gets demoted to the evidence room. There he sits on a chair all day and eats until he gets fat. Now he has a new assignment that might promote him. He has to escort a criminal to Japan. The criminal, however, has an incriminating video of some gangsters from Japan who now want to find him and get rid of the evidence. This movie is a nod to the movie Enter the Dragon. This is a Chinese film set in Japan, and there are quite a few jokes made about Japan. For example, they say that all the cops in Japan are crooked, that they're on the payroll of gangsters. They make fun of the pornographic content they produce, with one porn director filming a woman dressed as a mermaid and a fish for a movie. I didn't really like this. I felt that it was a bit too personal, considering that China and Japan are not the best of friends. I thought that with Falun Zhu now being fat, it will change his fighting technique or his strikes will look different, but there wasn't anything different. He was still able to jump around and deliver spinning kicks, and he shouldn't have been able to. It makes me wonder, why did you go with this gimmick of a fat cop when he basically feels like a slim cop? The comedy is hit or miss. Sometimes it's actually pretty funny, like Falun Zhu not wanting to hit a dog who was biting his friend because it was animal abuse. Other times though, it is really cringy and not funny. This movie has a couple of fart jokes, and they are not even good ones. It's just a character farting and saying that they're stinky.
Okay, fine, I'm cool, I'm fine.
Like, dude, that's not funny, and I didn't need to see that. The characters are pretty boring. They don't really have anything to shine. Falun Zhu is a cop who always tries to apprehend the suspect no matter the damage that he may cause, and he always causes a lot of damages. He also meets a guy named Thor who helps him in Japan. He's also pretty fat, and the only thing interesting about Thor is that he always has a cigarette in his mouth, but he never lights it, and he has it just because he looks cool with it. I couldn't tell you the antagonist's name. I can search for it, but I think it's a stronger message if I don't. I didn't care about him, his motivation. He was just there because they wanted to make a bad guy. The action scenes are quite good. The choreography is so over the top, but it works well in this movie. You will see Falun Zhu jump in the air, climb light posts, deliver very acrobatic kicks, jump and hop around, and always hit his opponent with strikes that really feel powerful. Donnie Yen is cast in this movie as the lead, Falun Zhu. The guy is amazing as an action hero. He reminds me very much of Jackie Chan. This guy can pull off a lot of very dangerous, cool, and powerful looking fighting techniques, and watching him was actually entertaining. He looks like he's having a lot of fun, and I really appreciated his performance. All the other actors are okay, none of them play bad, so there are no disappointments in this section. I could only choose a fighting scene as my favorite because of how good they were. I'm going to pick the first action scene. Falun Zhu fights with 4 thugs inside of a moving van, and it was entertaining and actually funny. There were scenes where Falun would trick the thugs into attacking the driver, and that made me laugh. But the funniest scene was when Falun had to fight the last guy, and they were both trying to throw the other guy out of the van, and there were 2 news reporter cars, one on each side, trying to interview both of them, and they were trying to prolong the fight because they were getting a lot of viewers, so they were throwing weapons to the 2 men. Overall, this was a bad movie. The only bright spots in this movie came when Falun Zhu had to fight hordes of enemies, but other than that, I would say that you shouldn't waste your time or money to buy this movie, not unless you are a huge Donnie Yen fan and want to watch all of his works. For my alternative pick, if it's a martial arts movie that you want to watch, why not go with a classic in Drunken Master? Jackie Chan is a master of the drunken martial arts and he fights a lot of guys. So, my rating for Enter the Fat Dragon is 1.5 stars.